Well. Man, oh man. What a day. What a day. I have to say, what a day. What else can I say? What a day. The Panthers wrapped up training camp today. They had joint practice with the Jets, and I don't know, man. I don't know. It's I'm not speechless because I always got something to say. But my goodness, what I witnessed today at practice was crazy to me. It was something to behold. You know what I'm saying? Like, I, and this is coming from somebody. I came on here 48 hours ago. 48 hours ago, I had to tell y'all something. I had something to say. This is what I said 48 hours ago. I haven't been paying attention to the Jets outside of this Hassan Reddick situation and Aaron Rodgers doing whatever. But what if we come out in this joint practice and all the stuff that people are overly concerned about just goes right? Or that people are saying like, oh, our defense is not going to be good. So the fact that they're shutting down our offense means that our offense sucks. I mean, what if our defense comes out in hoops? What if we come out against the Jets and play good ball? What if? So 2 days ago, just 2 days, 2 days, 48 hours, I got on the live stream here in the same hotel room, different gear, and I said, like, what if? I said, I know stuff has been going bad. I said the most Panther thing in the world would be for them to come out and hoop against the Jets. I said it. Y'all, some of y'all witnessed it. Some of y'all in the chat witnessed it. That's all I said. I said, what if? Crazy things happen. And lo and behold, crazy stuff happened. Like I said, like the title of the video is, I left shocked. I left shocked. Because, yo, listen, man, I'm looking at my notes, and some some players stepped up that I even said that they could, but I'm surprised. even I'm surprised. I'm surprised. Y'all are asking if I'm live. Yes, I'm live. What up, though? This is gonna be a little. I'm gonna get in the chat. I'm gonna get in the chat eventually, but I gotta talk about this, man. I gotta talk about this. I gotta talk about this. What up, though, to everybody in the chat? I got to talk about this because it was just something to behold, man. It was something to behold. Because when I saw the lineup, when I saw that Clowney wasn't practicing, I saw Woods wasn't practicing. We knew Deontay wasn't practicing. You know what I'm saying? And then we heard Dane Jackson wasn't practicing. So many starters were missing or not going to be in action. Damian Lewis wasn't going to start. So it was just like, man, what are we going to get out of this? We're like, what are we going to get out of this? Like, are we going to be able to get anything? Like, are we going to be just so completely overmatched? We know we don't have a ton of depth. Like, what are we going to get out of this? And I was just like, I'm not going to lie. I was skeptical. I'm still a fan. I'm objective dunk, but I'm still a fan. But the way these guys stepped up today, man, I was dumbfounded. I was shocked. Like I said, I was dumbfounded because, my goodness, where do I start? I'm going to start on offense, and I'm going to start with a wide receiver because I was sitting on the general admission side, so I was there at practice today. I was on the general admission side. I had a very up close and personal point of view on defense, so I saw everything. I didn't miss anything on defense. Offense, I missed a few on the red zone period on the other end of the field when they went to the far corner on the goal line, but I heard nothing but good things. According to Carolina Blitz, shout out to Vashti, Bryce Young was cooking. He was cooking in 11 on 11, cooking. And that was just a microcosm of the whole day because the way things started out, Bryce Young let them know. All the naysayers, he had to come out and do – he took a page from another Alabama quarterback. Bryce Young came out and took a page from another Alabama quarterback. You know what I'm saying? The current Alabama quarterback. He was on that link. He was on link time today. He had to let a naysayer know. Let a naysayer know what's going on. Opening up 7-on-7, the first play of practice. He goes deep, one-on-one. Mingo on Sauce Gardner. He wasn't scared. Sauce Gardner voted one of the best, if not the best corner in the league. Going up with Mingo. He threw a deep ball down the sideline. It was a good coverage by Sauce. He squeezed Mingo to the sideline. Mingo got his hands on it, but it was out of bounds. Ended up falling out of the ground. Fine. But that was like, okay, Bryce slinging that thing on play one. I already see where your head is at. Nah, Bryce said, nah, that ain't enough. We on that lane energy. We got to let a naysayer know. Next play, he comes to the left sideline. David Moore. Why David Moore was in there, I guess it was just rotating with Deontay out. They were giving a lot of guys opportunities. That's one thing I'll note. They were giving a lot of guys opportunities to different groups. I'll talk about that a little bit more later. But he opens it up. He goes deep again. Deep again to David Moore downtown. And David Moore comes up with it. Big time catch. And that just let them know, okay, Bryce is not coming to play today. Bryce is not coming to play today. Boom, that opens it up. The next play, Mingo, nice little out route for a chunk of yards, catches it. So I'm like, look, man, these first couple plays by Bryce, I'm like, hey, man, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It just lets you know that, bruh, look, let a naysayer know. Shout out to Jalen Milroe, another Alabama quarterback. But that was just how kind of the day was, man. Like, our offense just did things. Jonathan Mingo, you want to talk about stepping up, bro. Jonathan Mingo made plays everywhere. He had chunk plays. He had the out routes. He went deep a few times for some attempts. Jonathan Mingo balled out today. He was burning DJ Reed. This is one of the best defenses it's going to be one of the best defenses in the league. Granted, Quinnen Williams wasn't playing, thank goodness. But we also were missing guys. We missed our starting guard and a receiver. It's a wash to me. It's a wash. So I don't want to hear them excuses. And so Mingo stepping up, I was completely shocked. I'm not going to lie. Mingo had a good joint practice last year against the Jets, pretty solid. But what I saw today was different, bro. That connection with him and Bryce, bro, is different, man. Because Mingo started off hot in training camp, sizzled off a little bit over the past week and some change. He was in y'all doghouse because of that drop in preseason. But what he did today, I'm a believer, bro. You stepping up to the competition makes me a believer. Now I'm like, okay, what you gonna do next? You got my attention again. What you gonna do next? What you gonna do next? And so seeing Mingo continuously make them plays was shocking, but I was happy to see it. The really, really big shocker, and my Lord, Terace Marshall Jr. went berserk today. Absolutely berserk today. He is the number 2 X receiver behind Deontay Johnson. Without Deontay Johnson, I was curious what we were going to do because yesterday's practice, Twitter was buzzing. People were all in their feelings because Bryce threw 2 interceptions. People were all in their feelings. And I said, look, I'm not going to overreact to a non-padded practice. Show me what y'all do tomorrow in the joint practice. I said that on Twitter. And what happened? They showed me what time it was. Y'all might listen to Dunk one day. Y'all might listen to the Dunk one day because Dunk going to tell it. Dunk going to tell it, man. Y'all might listen to me one day. Because my goodness, man. Terace Marshall Jr., bro. I'm talking touchdowns. This man caught 2 jump balls. He started a squabble because he had crossing routes. He was getting dig routes on Sauce Gardner, the best corner in the game. We were going at him. I saw Thielen catch a crossing route on him too. They tried to run man. We cooked them. They ran some zone. We cooked them. And it wasn't perfect. There was still some pressure and leakage at times for sure. I'm not going to say that. It was just perfectly clean. But this was clearly the best, far and beyond best practice that I've seen of camp. There was one day where Bryce just kind of went off, but I think a practice where you go against other opponents, it holds a lot more weight in my eyes. It holds a ton more weight in my eyes. So that's why I had to say this was the best practice offensively and definitely all around. We're going to talk about that defense because I got a lot to say. Like I said, the defense was in front of me, right in front of me the whole time. I watch Aaron Rodgers up close and personal. So we're going to talk about that. But I got to talk about what I saw on offense because Terace Marshall Jr., the jump ball, he snagged on DJ Reed. DJ Reed was holding him, grabbing by the collar. You know what I'm saying? Doing all that. Terace Marshall Jr. caught that touchdown. The ref threw the flag. He threw the ball at DJ Reed and walked off like nothing happened. They threw another flag. All of a sudden, pushing and shoving, we got a practice squabble. And Terace Marshall, he has to have a little bit more composure. But just think about Terace, bro. Like the emotion has to come. He plays it cool. He always talks about putting his head down and putting in work. But like this opportunity to step up when our starting X is out and you get to come in, you finally getting some of those opportunities. It's not a game. I know it's a practice, but you finally get an opportunity against one of the best defenses in the game. And you're making plays like this after all the stuff you done been through, different coaching staffs, not getting the PT, certain coaching staff not wanting you being on the bubble, most of us, including me, thinking you were halfway out the door anyway. A lot of that stuff starts to come out, bro, when you start competing, you start making plays. So I understand him flicking the ball at Buddy and feeling some type of way because I know they were talking trash out there. So I'm not even 100% mad at Terace. But, man, what can I say? He stepped up. He's a lock of the team for me. Him and David Moore are locks. I think we may keep 7 wide receivers, man. I think it may happen, bro. It may happen. We may have to keep 7. And Terace is that guy that would make us have to do 7. Because I think David Moore is going to make it. David Moore makes too many plays. David Moore plays gunner on special teams. I think David Moore is on the team, bro. I think he's on the team. He stepped up. But I was so surprised. Shout out to everybody in the chat. This is a live stream. This is a live stream. Yeah, it may seem like I'm just talking to the screen for now because I am. I got to get the story off because I want the replay. I want the replay people to get the full perspective of this. I don't want them to ignore this. I want the people that's watching the replay of this to see it. I'm going to get into the chat. Shout out to everybody. Slick Vic, what's up, bro? So we going to see. Yes, sir. Tristan Tyson, what up? You know what I'm saying? This is a live stream. Just FYI. Shout out to everybody in the chat. But my goodness, today, I gotta drink some Gatorade. Bryce Young. Let's talk about Bryce. Because everybody, the naysayers, and I told Bryce, I said, look, listen. What are you prepared to do, bro? What are you prepared to do? Y'all heard me give the Michael Irvin speech 48 hours ago. 48 hours ago, I gave that speech on this live stream. A live stream no different than this one. I said, what are you prepared to do? The brother came out cooking, man. I told you, bro. He came out throwing deep right away. Let him know. No interceptions today. I don't even know how many touchdowns. It was just so many I couldn't even count. Maybe I think I've seen 7. I've seen people say 4. But, dude, he hooped, going through his progressions, getting in and out of the huddle, being under control, maintaining composure. This dude, bro, this is exactly if you are, like I said, if you were a Bryce Young naysayer and you showed up for practice today and you weren't moved by today's practice, you might not have a pulse. I just got to say it. You might not have a pulse. If you are a Bryce Young naysayer, knowing how good the Jets defense is, and you saw today's practice and you're not moved, not even a little bit, You don't have a pulse. And I know we're gonna get it's just a Thursday practice. Why are you wilding out? But y'all wasn't saying that beforehand with the joint practice when it was just training camp, us on us. Y'all were whatever. Y'all weren't down playing training camp then. But now that it's time that Bryce done something good, y'all want to downplay his training camp. Even though we know it's a joint practice, even though everybody and their mama that's employed by NFL team keeps telling y'all they like and prefer joint practices better than preseason, but y'all still want to disregard this joint practice. Not saying that it's the be all end all or everything, because it's just a step. But for somebody that's been at training camp a good chunk, well, pretty much all week, but a good chunk of the latter half, this was a huge step. I cannot undersell. I can't oversell how big of a step this was. I can't. And I just really wasn't expecting it. Like I said, I'm hashtag we gonna see. We gonna see. And we saw today. Today was one of them opportunities we got to see. So what else we gonna do? That's the next question. But for now, we got to see. What I was saying, like, we gonna see how it works out. Today was a taste. Today was a taste of that. Bryce Young was under control, in command. Bryce Young was on one today, man. On one today. If you're new to the channel, please welcome to Unnecessary Bluntness Sports Talk, recap and analysis of the Panthers is what goes down. I went to joint practice today. We're talking about it. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Panthers content. I'm doing it. I'm bringing Panthers content, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. We got videos. We got live streams just like this. This is the last day of training camp, but I've been at training camp. This is what I do. This is what I do, man. But also, everybody, please give this video a thumbs up. We have 449 people in the chat. We got them. A lot of people in the chat. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to you. If you're watching, shout out to you. Shout out to you. But man, this is a big step for Bryce, man. I know it had to do something for his confidence. I know it had to do something for the offense's confidence overall as well. But just a great day overall. Now, the offensive line was give and take. Robert Hunt ended up getting hurt. Very, very scary. On a cart. Nobody really knew what was going on. I think he was just a scare. According to Canales, it was just a scare. But you could definitely tell the difference when he was in and when he was out. Because the Jets have a ferocious front four. But I thought overall, they did a solid job. I was surprised. I didn't know what to expect. Because this D-line murder. I mean, like I said, Quinnen Williams did not practice. One of the best interior D-linemen in the league. He didn't practice. But we were also missing our starting guard. And then Zavala gets hurt. So now you got Brady Christensen in that left guard. Then Robert Hunt goes down. It's just like, man, what's going on? But they still did their thing on offense, man. Chuba caught a nice pass. He ended up getting his block knocked off. I think his foot got stuck in the ground, hurt his knee. Another squabble popped off because it was not, to me, Chuba seemed like his guard was kind of down, but they ended up dapping each other up after practice. Everything was cool, but that definitely caused a squabble. It caused a squabble, man. It caused another squabble, and we'll see if any fines get laid out. Because I think it was 3 squabbles total. So we'll see if any fines get passed out in the mail or whatever, but we'll see. Let me get to these super chats really quick. Shout out to my guy, Double O Kane, on the super chat, always showing support. So with all these injuries, I wouldn't play Bryce in the preseason at all. Not one series. I don't think they're playing this weekend for sure. All the injuries we got, I don't think they're playing this weekend. Today was such a good day. They got so much good work, so many good reps. I don't think they play today at all. I would highly doubt if the starters play. I would highly doubt if the starters play. I would. LJ with the super chat. You didn't even have a comment. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate that support, man. Appreciate that support. Shout out to my guy Dylan. So they gassed me up and now I got Kool-Aid mustache. Look, all it takes is just a little smidgen of hope. Then that Panthers fan delusion start kicking in, bro. It's tough. I'm fighting the urge myself because today was just such a big step. But again, it's a step. Still work to be done. But it was definitely a good, like I said, it was going to be a measuring stick. It was going to be a measuring stick of where we are. We're going to find out a lot, just where we are as team, as players. Even we got to test our depth. But man, I like what I saw overall for sure. So Damian Lewis told them boys, your job on the line. Look, he said, some of y'all ain't going to be here. Damian Lewis said, some of y'all ain't going to be here next week. You got to play like your job on the line. He was right. He wasn't lying. He wasn't lying. You know, he was not lying. But look, man, I was just so proud. Like, I was just so proud of like everything. It was people were cheering the most fan. Like, because I don't think the crowd was any different than a normal practice. It was packed out, of course, but like the fan involvement, it was so much more to cheer about. We were cheering on one-on-ones. We were with the offensive defensive lineman wins there. We were cheering on. It was so much more to cheer about on a practice basis today. It was the fan involvement and engagement was fun. It was just a great time today. I think people were just like, wow, we're really doing this. Everybody was like, we looking around at each other like, are we really making plays like this? I'm in the stands looking left and right at everybody. I'm looking left. Somebody looking at me. I'm looking right. They looking at me too. I'm like, are we really making plays like this today? Like, this is really happening. Like, you've been seeing some of these camp practices just like me. Like, this is really happening, yo. Like, we are making plays. And I just, man, look, man, it made it fun to be a fan again, bro. Something to be excited about, because that's all we needed. Just a little bit. Just a little bit to get us excited. Something to build up on. Something to build on. Just give us something. Like, we're so starved as a fan base. We were begging for something. But like I said, they did mix it up with the receiving group. That final team period, it started out, listen to this, Jalen Coker, David Moore, and Amir Smith-Marset. That was your starting three receivers on the final team period for the first couple plays. Then we kind of missed it. I think he tried to throw it to Coker on the back shoulder. There was a miscommunication there. But like, I was very, very like encouraged to see them giving guys a chance. And like I said, when you see David Moore making a play at the beginning of practice, you're like, first of all, why is David Moore in the first team that early in practice? They were mixing it up, giving other guys plenty of opportunities to work against Sauce, some of these good corners that they had, DJ Reed, the corners they have on the team. So like, it was a good opportunity. I like the way that the coaches did that. They didn't just, I mean, granted, only two quarterbacks got reps, but they didn't just hold their water and not like let everybody get opportunities with first teams to get some chance to go up with the good guys to see like, can Coker make some plays on starting caliber corners? So it was cool. It was cool, man. So sometimes you got to pop out and show them. But yeah, man. Let me get into this super chat really quick. Really quick. Double O'Kane said we down and starting safety in the corner for multiple weeks. I expect the signing soon, maybe Gilly. Maybe not Gilly, but somebody soon. Yeah, we're going to see. I hate to say it, but we're going to see who they go for. But they need to go get a vet, in my opinion. In my opinion, they need a vet. Dane Jackson's going to be out 6 weeks. That's going to at least put him out the first 4 weeks of the year. So they definitely need to get a starting caliber corner, in my opinion. Lamar Jackson, we'll talk about the defense in a second. But I agree. Cinnamon Diva, shout out to you. Said glad to hear the news. Eagles girl and BY9 fan. Yeah, Bryce had a great day. Bryce had a great day. Appreciate you on the super chat. Bryce had a great day. KO Dig, appreciate you on the super chat. Said, who are Bryce's biggest targets today? Much love. Jonathan Mingo and Terace Marshall Jr., bro. It's crazy. It's funny. The Panthers' big receivers finally started playing like big receivers. It's like, oh my goodness, Terace Marshall Jr. catching fades on Sauce Gardner's side, catching fades on DJ Reed when he's draped up on him, catching crossing routes, using that big body to kind of push off but get away with it on crossing routes against Sauce. TMJ had a day. Mingo came up big when they needed plays. Bryce was looking at Mingo. He was looking at Mingo. Mingo route running was today. On point, bro. They stepped up, man. They stepped up. I'm proud of them boys. I'm happy to say I'm proud of them boys. I'm happy to say I'm proud of them boys. You know what I'm saying? But let's switch over to defense real quick because I'm going to PNP live show tonight. Shout out to PNP, shout out to Dave. They were at training camp. They're doing a live show at 6:00, so I got to get there. You know, if you're gonna be there, holla at your boy. Y'all don't be trying to get me drunk like y'all did at the last year's meet and greet. But I'm in attendance. I'm a fan. Dane Jackson hurt his hamstring. But defense, man. Let me tell you something. Last year, the Panthers forced what? 11? Was it 11 total turnovers on the season? 11 total turnovers on the season. Today, they forced 5. They forced 5 turnovers. A big 5. 5 turnovers. Five turnovers. Look, man. The defense played ball, bro. When I tell you the defense played ball, and like I said, this is me. I'm watching the defense. The defense was like right in front of where I was sitting in the bleachers. Most of the time. You know what I'm saying? So I had a very, very close view of what was going on. So, bro, from what I heard, it was 3 total picks. I definitely saw 2 myself. I heard that Jameson got him 2. Some people are saying 2 on the internet. 3 was my count. That's just me. I'm just a humble observer. But I saw 3. I mean, I saw 2. I heard 3. Because I know Jameson got 1, but I don't know. I'm not sure who the quarterback was. But 5 turnovers. You know what I'm saying? 3 picks, 2 forced fumbles. One of them was so beautiful. So beautiful. I got it on video too. If you're on my Twitter, I got it on video. Maybe I could pull it up. Ashawn Robinson. Ashawn Robinson had on a 1-yard line. And most of these turnovers came in the end zone, bro. It's a peanut punch. He had one. Ashawn Robinson, who just signed in free agency, he was getting blocked by one. He took on the block. He separated himself, had one arm free, and peanut punched with the other arm. It was one of the craziest plays I've seen. I'm like, bro, and the ball came right out. Like a little bar, it hit the ground. Brees Hall fumbled on the 1-yard line, taking points off the board. That's what you do. You take points off the board when you get turnovers in the red zone. Ball popped out. And our rookie, Johnny on the spot, was Trevon Wallace. Trevon Wallace recovered. The rookie linebacker, he recovered. But to keep talking about Trevon Wallace and these red zone turnovers, Trevon Wallace had a pick. The rookie linebacker, a third-round pick, intercepted Aaron Rodgers. He intercepted Aaron Rodgers. Because look, our coverage was pretty solid, man, in that red zone. I'm not going to lie. We weren't getting all the pressure. We weren't getting the pressure all the time because remember Clowney was out. But we definitely had him uncomfortable at times. And he tried, look, one play, we set up a blitz. Leota came free. The only touchdown I saw him throw, well, it was 2 touchdowns. I'm sorry. One of the touchdowns would have been a sack because our defense, they went unblocked. We're not the only team in the NFL that leaves guys unblocked sometimes. Leota came free. He came free and he just stopped. He just stopped, just letting him keep going. Aaron Rodgers kept running. He ran around. He threw it to Garrett Wilson back at the end zone. It was a dime. It was one of the best throws. I said, just watching Aaron Rodgers throw the football is crazy. Like I said, his throwing motion, he looks like he's just throwing a paper airplane. It's just easy. It's easy, man. It's easy. And so it was a sight to see. I'm glad I got to witness it because who knows how many more years 12 has left or 8 has left, whatever. But we had Aaron Rodgers frustrated, man. We had him frustrated. We did. Yes, Mingo was balling out. You got to go watch the replay. I talked about the offense already. So if you missed the offensive part, go back and watch this replay. I went into very, very good detail. We talking about this defense because the defense hooped. I can't say much. I can't say enough about this defense, man. 5 turnovers is beautiful. Because like I said, most of them came in the red zone. 3 of them came in the red zone on the goal line. And that's where you need them. That's where you need them. And so, like, it was just beautiful to see our defense making plays, stepping up. Because Trevon Wallace, our rookie, he picked off one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. I know he's going to be bragging to the homies. at the crib saying, like, yo, I picked off Aaron Rodgers. Yo, in the end zone. And Aaron didn't see him. He snuck. Aaron didn't see him. You saw the athleticism that they drafted him for on display. You saw him. Aaron looked to his left and came back to the right. Thought he had a guy in the back of the end zone. Wallace got up and got it. Pick by the rookie. It might have been a house call. Well, who knows? Just because he caught it with momentum, it might have been a house call. Might have been a house call. You know what I'm saying? But I like what I saw from Wallace. I think they had Shaq on the pitch count today. So Wallace was in with the starters with Josie Jewell. So it's good to see your rookie making them type of plays. But not just that. With Woods being out, Alex Cook got a chance to get some PT. Alex Cook, Rodgers tried to throw. I think it was to Lazard, I think is what I read online. It was high and it was pretty fast. It was tipped and dropped. Alex Cook, interception. Probably would have been a house call too. James Wakester, what up, though, man? Appreciate you tuning in. Alex Cook got him a pick after having a great, phenomenal preseason game. Alex Cook continues to make plays. But not just that, another safety. Damani Richardson, the guy that picked off Bryce and picked off Plummer back-to-back in practice. He had him a pick today. He had a pick too. The last play of practice, he had a pick. He had a pick as well. You know what I'm saying? So our safety room, we have injuries, but we definitely have some depth. Woods is the best one out of the bunch, so it's not ideal. 100% not ideal. But that's the guy. That's the guy that stepped up. Where you get this hoodie? This is last year's training camp. Last year's training camp hoodie. Yeah, you can't get these no more. Can't get these no more, unfortunately. I love this thing. Everybody always asks me where I got it. So what makes it better is whoever planned to do the joint practice said, let's make it for an easy day. Hey. Yeah, y'all please hit the like button if you have not. Said 2 tickets to the gun show. Look, man, I had to leave him out just in case some Jets fans got too rowdy. Had to leave him out for intimidation factor. Say I stay with the exclusives. Look, man, that way I ain't showing up to nothing wearing the same outfit as anybody. I don't want to wear the same outfit as anybody. Are we getting 5 wins this year? 100%. We're 100% getting 5 at least. See, we're gonna hold the L Saturday. We probably not playing no starters. It ain't gonna matter. It ain't gonna matter. Because after today, I'm fine. I'm completely content with the starters not playing. I'm content. Shout out to my guy Knucklehead K. Say, what up, though? Like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate you, bro. See where you get the hoodie. That's what I was like. Yeah, they get this is one of one. Unfortunately, I don't know. People don't be reselling a lot of that stuff like they should. But this is Nike. They had these last year. They usually release like training camp hoodies every year, like the short sleeve hoodies every year, but they didn't this year. It was different. I don't know what Nike doing. Yeah, I think it's too many injuries to play anybody preseason. This is a good point. People are underrating the fact that Bryce has been going against a Bears defense that's designed to contain pass game and explosive plays. Exactly. It's bend but don't break. They keep everything in front of them. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I would love to get reps, and I really wanted them to play this week, but we've been getting murdered by injuries, man. Like, it's not like today was great. The injuries suck. We got 20 guys that are looking at injuries, man. It's not cool. We got to get healthy. And I was all bummed about it too, just like everybody else. And I know, but I think people are kind of coming down to earth like, man, look, we need to be healthy more than anything. We need to be healthy more than anything. Say the Jets may try to hurt people. I think, 20, bro. 20 people have dealing with some kind of injury. The Jets fans are quiet, man. They were cheering when the opportunities came up. We were like when Aaron Rodgers did something, we all were kind of oohing and eyeing. But I will say, somebody asked about Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson did have a good day. He had a good day. I saw him cook Jackson on a double move. He cooked Jameson real bad, but Jameson grabbed him and got a PI. And then he beat Jameson for a back shoulder touchdown. And I think he had another good route on somebody else. I don't think he I don't think he really like did JC bad. He had a couple like shorter catches on JC, but I don't think he really did JC like bad. But Garrett Wilson had a pretty good day. Shaw Smith-Wade had a nice little PBU against Garrett Wilson. It was underthrown. He was behind him, but Shaw didn't panic and he broke it up. Is the turf to blame? No, they haven't been on the turf that much. They haven't. But I think resting is for the best. Now, who do you have? You got to have some people. You got to have some people to field the team. You got to have enough people to field the team. So I don't know how many people you can actually hold out. But we'll see. We'll see. But with no Clowney today, Iku Leota stepped up. Iku Leota stepped up, man. He stepped up. He had a couple good rushes. He probably had one or two would-be sacks. I saw him getting pressure. I saw him getting pressures too. Like I said, he wasn't getting like blowing by, but you could tell he was making Rodgers uncomfortable and have to move out of the pocket a few times because Rodgers was scrambling around a lot today. So that means you were getting pressure. But I thought that Iku stepped up. He had like one or two running plays that I saw. I got it on tape where he lost contain because they were killing us with the outside run. I'm not going to lie. They were killing us on the outside run. The running game, they were killing us. We didn't completely shut them down. The running game, we were getting killed in the running game on the outside. Derek was doing his thing on the inside. Ashawn did his thing as well, but to the perimeter, they ran a toss play. I think they run the first run play. They ran a toss play to the outside. Called us slipping. They ran a wide outside zone, called us slipping. Like I said, Iku jetted inside and lost contain of the outside. They hit that. But yeah, the outside run game, that's something to monitor, something to be concerned about. You got to get that shored up. Yeah, Leota's going to be in the rotation. I think he plays the same position as Clowney. So he'll probably be Clowney's backup. And Clowney's not going to play 100% of the snaps. So Iku is going to get some PT. Will we see more Coker this week in the game for sure? Hopefully it won't rain here in Charlotte on Saturday so we can actually throw the football. We'll see. Somebody asked about Blackshear. I didn't see Blackshear today. I did see Boone. I don't know what's going on. That situation is weird. He may be hurt, but I just don't see them cutting one of the better kick returners from last year. That's just me. But Nakar Leggett, what up though? But it's a great overall day for the Panthers. Like I said, that cornerback 2 spot is going to be different. Deshaun Jameson, overall, he had a good day. Like I said, he got picked on in that final drive against Garrett Wilson because he was guarding against Garrett Wilson. They threw a deep ball. He had interference. They tried to come back with a slant. He broke it up. And they came back with the back shoulder fade and they beat him. He just, like I said, it's just the size that holds Jameson back. He's athletic. He's athletic enough and instinctual enough to play on the outside at corner. It's just his size. You know what I'm saying? I think, yeah, we need it. Josh said it. I said, I hope we add another CB. We got to add it. I think we have to. And they picked up a safety yesterday. So we added more safeties. Obviously, we got Anthony Brown. Anthony Brown's experience. We'll see how good he is, but yeah, we're gonna need some corner help. We're gonna need some corner help. But Jameson, he had a pick. He had a solid overall day. I think he competed out there. He's gonna compete. But like I said, he took some lumps. It's just the size, bro. The size is keeping it's holding him back. Yeah, Atlanta making moves on defense. Atlanta going for it. What's my win cap after this practice? Has it changed? No. I think 6 is probably the magic number, but I could easily see 7. But health, man. Pyromaster, what up, though? I could easily see 7. But I think we're a lot more competitive. Today showed me where we were. It was a good measuring stick. It And that's all it was. It don't mean that we're gonna go to the playoffs. It don't mean that we win in the division. It was one game. One joint practice. It was a big step, but it was still just a step. I got an injury report coming right here, right before I wrap it up. I got an injury report. It's a lot of injuries. So you gotta talk about it. But yeah, man, it's tough. So the team added 2 guards. Yeah, they got rid of Nash Jensen. I think Nash Jensen was hurt. They picked up a lineman from the Commanders. I almost said the Redskins. The Commanders. Yeah, we looked a lot more motivated and competitive this year, man, compared to like they had the 2 joint practices. Last year, it seemed like we were kind of just feeling things out. We made a few plays, but this year it felt like they really came to play. They really came to play. You know what I'm saying? And I was very, very proud. I was very, very proud. I was cheering. I was loud. I was in that thing. I was in there, bro. But you guys, make sure you get a video thumbs up if you have not. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you have not, man. We rocking and rolling. Look, it was a good day, man. Like, it was so exciting. So exciting. A good wrap up. The Panthers let the last practice of training camp be the best practice. And that's what you want. That's what you want. That's what you want. And they asked Dave Canales today about Corbett. Somebody asked about Corbett. They asked him about Corbett, and he said that they asked him about the inaccuracy of the snaps. He said he didn't feel like Corbett has been anything better or worse in terms of that from an average NFL center. You know? Nicole asks, what up, though? Say, I just clocked out. Hope you're not too late. We're coming down towards the end. Shout out to my guy, Mike Ricks. Mike in the building. What up, Mike? See, he went play him to the Bills. I agree. And I would still consider it. I take it on a week-by-week basis. Look at how injured we are. I would take it on a week-by-week basis. After today was intense, guys. I would not put the starters out there. Today was intense. I'm not going to lie. It was intense. They got a lot of work in. I know they got days off into the game, but they got a lot of work in. How am I working on the road? I'm at the Hilton in Uptown. It's connected to a YMCA. They have a phenomenal gym. Yeah, I think we beat the Saints week 1 too. I'm just saying. I don't know how the rest of the season gonna go, but I'm calling week 1 a W. I'm sorry. If we healthy enough, I'm feeling like we back. What I saw them do to man coverage today, the Saints play a lot of man coverage. We hit a few of them shots that we missed last year to Mingo, and Mingo popped deep. There's gonna be other opportunities because he threw one to Chart dropped it. We got to connect on some of them deep shots because they're gonna be opportunities down the field. Defense plays respectable. The Saints, they look a little bit disjointed on offense, especially on the O-line. A lot of inexperience. But let's get to these injuries. So Chandler Zavala, the not even, he was started today because he's a backup to Damian Lewis. He hurt his hamstring. Definitely, coach said there's some concern there. Kenny Dyson hurt his groin. Said there's concern there. He said those are the two biggest people he's concerned about. So hamstring injuries and a groin injury. A lot of this is soft tissue. It sucks that it's the end of training camp because it's a lot of work that's being put in over the past 3 weeks. So that stuff starts to take a factor. I said, okay, big money. Look, man, I got a nice deal on this Hilton. I'm a Hilton Honors member. But yeah, those are the two biggest ones. So our O-line, that's why we had to pick up some guys recently. Robert Hunt left practice with that scare, but he came back. They said he went through some testing and everything was fine, so he came back to practice. I think he said it scared him and everybody else. Chuba got hit hard. I think he had it was his knee. They said it wasn't dirty, but I put Chuba on ice. Put Chuba on ice. I put all our running backs, the ones that's going to contribute, put them on ice. Let Mike Boone get them carries. We good. We good. We good. Deontay is day-to-day with that groin. Deontay Johnson, our starting receiver, is day-to-day with that groin. Put him on ice. Put him on ice to the Saints game. I don't want to see him. I was nervous after yesterday because practice has struggled, but today, without him, they had a great day. They had a great day. So put Deontay on ice. Put Deontay on ice. Deontay done for 6 weeks. Nah. Worst company downtown for breakfast before y'all leave. Extraordinary breakfast. I appreciate the recommendation. Where was you at 5 days ago? I've been here. You know, I love me some breakfast and some brunch. A scale of 1 to 10, what was the effort, real game speed from the scrimmage? Probably a solid 8.5, 9. The only thing that ever wasn't there was the finishing, like tackling and stuff. Oh, good worst company. Okay. Neo scores here in the chat, coming up with business ideas. Excuse me. Oh, back to this. Xavier Woods, starting safety. We talked about it a little bit earlier. Xavier Woods out a couple weeks with that groin strain. Like I said, we have some safety depth, but he's one of the best players on our defense. So not ideal. Not ideal. We'll have to monitor and see. Like I said, he had that groin when he picked off Bryce Young in practice the other day. That's when he hurt his groin. Callum Watt, shout out to Ireland. Xavier Legette, Dane Jackson. He's going to be out 6 weeks. He's going to be out 6 weeks. Hamstring. What are we going to do? We're going to have to we're going to have to find something. We're going to have to find somebody. Is it, do you want to go starting caliber? Do you want to go more depth piece? Or what do you want to do? I know the fans. I know we want Clowney. Not Clowney. I know we want Gilmore. Clowney was recruiting him. But this is Xavier Woods, Dane Jackson. It's 2 starters on defense. That's going to be out in the secondary. Xavier Legette is still being ramped up. That's why he didn't get reps today. He's been dressed out, but he's just not going to get no team reps or full contact yet. He's not there yet. Put him on ice. Put him on ice. Maybe in the final week of preseason, if he looks okay, if you want to give him just a little bit of work. But I'm cool with putting him on ice too. Put him on ice till week 1. We'll see you in New Orleans. We'll see you in New Orleans. And then Clowney, he sat out of practice today just to reduce workload. Like, I'm going to tell you about Clowney. If anybody's ever questioned his effort, I mean, they used to. I'll say that. But I think he's older and more mature now. Like, there's really no question. This is one of the hardest working practice players in terms of, like, team I've ever seen in my life. Jadeveon Clowney They have to give him days off because, like, he practices so dang hard, man. He practices so hard. They have to reel him in. Like, they can't tell him, like, hey, Clowney, ease up. No, like, they just have to give him days off. He practices so hard. I was actually shocked they didn't play him today, but I'm not surprised. He practices so hard, man. You have to reel him in, and they know we need him for the regular season. That's a guy that we can't get hurt. We don't have the depth to afford to be taking risks. Health, like, yeah, Mike is saying in the chat, health is the priority. I know we want to get reps. Health is way more important. And we getting thin on health. health is it's starting to become a scarce resource, you know? So look, hold them out. We'll see you in New Orleans. We'll see you in New Orleans. Shout out to my guy Enrique Romeo. Say appreciate you sneaking and geeking, getting them clips. Look, and now that it's over, I can talk about it, but I have to apologize. It wasn't my best year in terms of getting clips. Security has been berserk this year. This is not Spartanburg anymore. We're not in Spartanburg anymore. In Spartanburg, I had my setup. I knew the lay of the land. I had it done like square, easy. Now that they got these bleachers, it's easy for them to monitor. They be going through like it's a Kevin Hart concert. If you've been to a Kevin Hart concert back in the day, they used to, if you pull out your phone at all, if they saw the flash from your phone, they sending you home. Now they just put your phone in the bag. You can't even open it up. They put it in a bag. They can't be open. But that's the security is tight, man. It's tight. So I wasn't able to get my best. Some people were able to get more than me. I picked my spots, but I still obviously took notes and live tweeted as I could. Wasn't my best training camp performance. No, it wasn't up to par like I usually do with last year, but I still try to do my best. I'll be better going forward. It was the first time in Charlotte. My first time spending extended time in Charlotte. Usually I just come up here for the game and go home. I ain't familiar with Charlotte's game, but I did have a good, very, very good time here in the city. I ate a lot of food. Met some of y'all at practice. I'll be going to the PNP event tonight. I gotta go up in the shower right now because I stink. Because I was working. I came straight to the hotel to work. And then I'm on the stream wearing my practice clothes. So I still got to shower and get fresh for the PNP show. So shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? It's a great thing. But shout out to Enrique, man, on the super chat, man. Like, yeah, it was a tough year on clips. Like I said, I know I usually do better, but they was on our top, bro. Am I going to Germany? Yep. I just paid, believe it or not, I just paid my money for Germany like yesterday. Does it seem like the same amount of injuries? I don't know, man. It seemed like they were concentrated here. They seem like they all happened at, I mean, it's the beginning and the end of training camp, probably. The beginning, we lost an edge and tight end like crazy. Every day we lost an edge rusher and a tight end. Now we're losing DBs and O-linemen. You know what I'm saying? Boss Kingman, what up, though, bro? What's up? Said link with me in the shopping center. Where y'all gonna be at tonight? We're at it's at Hot Fly. It's a live show at 7:30. I think the meet and greet starts before that at 6. Yeah, they weren't playing, man. They weren't playing. They weren't playing, bro. Yeah, we picked up a lineman off waivers. I saw that. Trying to find some. We got to get depth. But it doesn't seem like, yeah, they were very concentrated at the beginning and ending of camp. Trap set player, what up, though? Yeah, top flight security, bro. Said no need to worry about outside running if Clowney wasn't there. That's true, but I'm just saying. It's just something they need. DJ Johnson is going to be starting. He was in there. How did the practices compare to Wofford? I'm not gonna lie. And you know me, I'm a South Carolina guy, personally. I'm a South Carolina guy, and I feel like we get the short end of the stick in terms of the Carolina portion of this team. But having the shade, it makes it way more bearable to be out there. Having covered bleachers, it makes it way more bearable. But would I trade sunburn for being able to get the content? Probably, because I love being able to get them clips, man. It don't hit the same for me if I can't get my footage. Because when I get that footage, I go back and watch every play. So it's almost like me breaking down film. I get to evaluate every player to see how they did. So I can't really get that luxury like I can here. I would definitely trade some sunburn in Spartanburg to be able to get the clips that I want compared to here. Maybe one day we'll just decide to stop being so strict about it and maybe partner with the content creators. Apparently, the Chargers do that. One of their content creators has a podcast with the team. So maybe they'll pick me up one day. Who knows? But that's just comparing to Wofford. Terace Marshall and Mingo are awesome today. Very surprising. Very surprising. If I had to give a letter grade, I'm going to shout out to QJ Smith on this question. Tyree Ross, what up, bro? But if I had to give a letter grade, and this is how I'm gonna end this. Like I said, I gotta go shower and get ready for this event. If I had to give a letter grade on defense, and this is circumstances as a whole, who we're going against, who we actually played with, who played for them. On offense, because Quentin Williams didn't play, so I think that helped out a lot. But I would give the offense probably a B or B plus, man. Like, there was some leakage in the backfield at times, but I would probably say a B plus. It's hard for me to judge the running game. It didn't look like the running game was like super potent. I saw a couple good carries. I think Mike Boone actually had a rushing touchdown. Bryce Young had a rushing touchdown. But in the red zone, we look great. I would say a B plus, man. I would definitely say a B plus. For sure. Defense, I'd probably say A minus. But like I said, judging by who we had, I would definitely say A minus. They gave us some plays because of the corners that we had down the stretch, and the pressure wasn't everywhere. Like I said, we're not gonna ever be just a super high pass rushing team. But for the circumstances, I have to give the defense A minus. I was thoroughly impressed. 5 turnovers, yo. 5 turnovers. You picked off Aaron Rodgers 2 or 3 times. Fumble on the goal line forced. Stopping, taking points with bro. Bravo. I got to get a defense A minus, man. Good question. Even the Panthers, even the Jets podcasters are praising them. And look, because we did it. Like, the thing is, you can see the press talking about it. It was like Bryce Young has improved because, like, we faced these same people last year with a different coaching staff. They saw Bryce in person. A lot of them were saying you can tell Bryce Young has improved. I know a lot of fans don't see it, but outside perspective, that's going to be the most objective you're going to get. They have no reason to say Bryce Young is good or bad or whatever. They were saying that Bryce Young has improved. Knucklehead K, appreciate you on the super chat, brother. Said, by the way, stay tuned this year for Dunk's film review. Best one for the Panthers, in my opinion. Don't take my word for it. Take Knucklehead K's word for it. Take Knucklehead K's word for it. Latrell ever said we back. I'm fighting the urge to say we back. But like I said, a big step today. Now Lives Kill. What up, though? Again, just to put a bow on it, we still gonna see. We gonna see. Because this is not everything. It's something to be encouraged about, and we haven't had stuff to be encouraged about for a while now. It was a big step, but it was also just a step. We didn't win a Super Bowl. We didn't win a division today. It just was refreshing. It was refreshing to see us compete from the jump against a team that's way more talented than us. If I had to put my opinion on it, we won today's joint practice. To say, like, who had more good than bad, we won today's joint practice. Who made more plays on both sides all around, we won today's joint practice. If you want to count it as a win or a loss. Whatever happens in the preseason game, whatever. We won today's joint practice when the starters and the ones played. Big step, but it's still just a step. We have to continue to build. We have to continue to build on this, man. It's got to be great for the confidence. We have to continue to build on this, man. We have to. It's good to actually have something to build on too. It's great to have something to build on. We actually have delusion in the chat. I love it. F that, don't we back? I love the delusion. As long as there is hope, there's delusion. And they gave us a little bit of hope today. So the delusion's still going to be around. The delusion's still going to be around. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, we were in the stands. You can ask Slick Vic. He was there. We was in the stand, like people were looking at each other like, bro, are we winning this practice? Like, we really out here making plays. Like, is this happening right now? Like, it was dope, man. It was dope. It was dope, man. So I'm just happy to build. If you join late, go back and watch the rest of the replay for the full breakdown, man. I appreciate everybody watching, man. We had over 500 at one point, one of the biggest streams I've had in a while, for sure. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, man. I'm not getting drunk today. I gotta drive home in the morning. I gotta drive home in the morning, so I gotta get up at like 4 a.m. to make it back home. So but yeah, TMJ had a good day. Mingo had a good day. Bryce had a great day. Defense balled out. Trevon Wallace had a pick. Sean Jameson had a pick. Alex Cook had a pick. Jameson had a pretty solid day, man. It was cool, man. It was cool. They weren't taking it easy on us. No, Aaron Rodgers was pissed off out there. They weren't taking it easy. Aaron Rodgers was pissed off. You could see him frustrated out there. Boss, give me appreciate. Be safe, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Y'all know it, man. Y'all know me. I'm out of here. I got to get up out of here. Love y'all.